I'm about to teach you how to flip properties correctly, where you can practically learn how to print money. My name's Stephen Hamilton and I've been flipping properties for a decade. I have seen everything that you could imagine where it could go wrong and it can go right. So stick around to the end of this video and you will learn how to do this correctly, and I will show you a bunch of common mistakes that people make where they actually lose money because they don't listen to people like me. So at the beginning, you need to find the right property to flip. You need to find properties where you can add the most value. You need to search auction houses. You need to go on Rightmove. You need to go on Zoopla. You need to speak to people where they have inherited properties and they want to sell them. It's your job to find the property that can make the most amount of money. The ways I have just said to you are the traditional ways that everybody goes out to find properties. Direct to vendor, which means speaking directly with the owner, will always be the most lucrative way of getting a property to flip and making the most amount of money. Location is key. So you need to pick the right area, up and coming areas, catchment areas for schools, if there are any HS2 rail works going on, Amazon buildings, anything at all where you can see an end user either purchasing the property to live in for a number of years or a family staying there for a lifetime. It's your job to pick the right location. Now, comment below and let me know what areas are the best in the West Midlands right now to purchase properties to flip. And the person who picks the area that I'm investing heavily in, I will give a prize to in next week's video. So we found the property and now you need to decide how you're going to fund it. Are you using cash? Cash will always be king. But if you don't have that luxury, are you using a mortgage, as in a buy to let? Are you using bridging finance? Now, let me explain the two. Buy to let mortgages are usually used for buy to let. So doing a huge development isn't something you can do with a buy-to-let mortgage. If you're just replacing a kitchen and a bathroom and painting, then definitely you can use a buy-to-let mortgage in that short period of time. But there will be exit fees because, like I said, a buy-to-let mortgage means you're going to be letting it out and you're not flipping. A lot of people do buy them on buy-to-let mortgages and they will pay the early penalty to sell the property and get out of the mortgage because the profit might be huge. But the best way to use finance when it comes to flipping properties is bridging. Now, I own a mortgage company, so if any of you guys need help with financing, there's a link below for you guys to contact me directly and we will help you fund your next flip. Do you want to get started in property but don't know how to do it? Come down central London and I can teach you how to do property correctly. Understanding what strategy will make you the most amount of money and in the quickest amount of time is something that I have learned over 10 years in property. So come down, £11 a ticket to change your life and be around somebody who knows how to do property correctly. So now we have to plan the renovation. So we are in a completed project, one of my completed projects. And when I came in here, I wanted to have a certain finish because I'm basing it on the end user. So where we're standing right now, this was a kitchen. I moved the kitchen from here and I put the kitchen into what was formerly the living room. And I created a magnificent open space. It's your job to come in and make sure that the renovation is carried out to the best possible standard and the use of space is used correctly because you want to add the maximum amount of value to the property that you are flipping. You need to make sure that you've set out the budget correctly. You concentrate on bathrooms, kitchens, open plan, areas in the gardens where you know people can sit. You need to make sure they are there because when it comes to a flip, you have to answer every question that the buyer will have. Another thing when it comes to managing renovations and budgeting correctly is finding the right contractor. Now, let me give you some tips on finding the right contractor. Word of mouth, speaking to people who have used contractors in the past, that will always help you. Recommendations from other people in the industry, that's a big one. Checker trade is another one. Now, you want to use the top half of checker trade, never use the bottom half. They're in the bottom half for a reason. But it's your job to manage the contractors like it's your job to make sure that the renovation stays on progress. Time. Speed is the key to success. So you need to make sure that the time that you have allocated for the renovation to be completed in is met. You have to hit the deadlines. You need to sell the property for the maximum profit. So how do you make that happen? Well, first and foremost, like I said previously in the video, you've got to make sure that the buyer has no questions when they leave after viewing your house. Maybe you stage the property so you can give the buyer a vision of what they can create in each room. But remember, staging can be expensive, so you need to budget it into your renovation. You need to budget into your profit, because if you're going to spend 5, 6, 7 grand on it, and staging might need to last a little bit longer than a month or two if you can't sell the house because you've not priced it correctly, well, it can eat away at your profits. So make sure you take it into account. But other things that you can do, you can make sure you've thought of everything that the end user is going to ask you. Extra toilets, very important. Utility rooms, if you can make it happen. Garden spaces and driveways, and also storage. Storage is a big one when it comes to flipping properties. Please don't let your heart rule your head. Over renovating, over developing. This is not your forever home. So you don't need to go out and you don't need to kit the property out like you're going to live there forever. That's not how it works. Keep your head in the game and don't rule with this. Always remember to have a contingency backup amount of money. So if your renovation is going to cost you 30, 40, 50,000, always have a 10% contingency, because there are going to be problems. You are going to see things that you probably didn't spot when you was purchasing the property at the beginning. So you need to make sure that you have extra money just in case. I hope you found this video as helpful as I know it is going to be if you're flipping properties in the UK. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and what I'm about to release this year is going to be incredible. Drop a like, let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. But guys, thank you for all your support and what I have coming in 2025. Changing the property game on YouTube.